my name is Ayana. I'm from Elite Boxing Fitness Center, and this
You gotta say Ayana and Coach Dorian. Can't just say it.
You can introduce yourself. He is coach, but he's also my husband.
Husband, coach, dad, whole bunch of, I carry a lot of hats.
All right, so we're here to talk about the Florida Golden Gloves. It's coming up on March 21st through the 23rd. That's 2 weeks away. There is a ton of information on the website.
Some of you guys that's been to the Golden Gloves, you know how, some of you guys know the rules, but for first timers and stuff, man, we have about 30 fighters, not about 30 fighters, 25 fighters on the fight team. So this year we might be taking about 6 fighters, maybe a little more, to the Golden Gloves. So, and some of them is the first time, so we like to just make the rules a little clear for them. But while we're doing it, we figured we'd make a big video, show everybody. Maybe you might be able to get some help from it.
All right, so Florida Golden Gloves, since 1923 they started, and now they're up to 30 franchises. Sometimes a franchise cover 3 or 4 different states.
I don't really know too much about the franchise, but I know in the amateurs, Golden Gloves is one of the biggest tournament that everybody start boxing to actually participate in and actually want to win. So, but once you're boxing, you're boxing to compete in the Golden Gloves. All right, and I was coming from New Jersey. I was 2-time Golden Glove champion in 1999 and 2000, and I even made it took the second in national Golden Gloves in 2000, put me at ranking number 2 in the nation.
That's pretty cool.
I was sent to the qualification in the Olympics as well too. So I have a little background behind me. But anyway, we talking about the fight.
This particular Golden Glove that we're going to is hosted by Florida Golden Glove. They are a 501c3. So there is a link you can actually donate. You can sponsor Florida Golden Gloves. So that way when people are actually qualified, the money for airline, hotel, and accommodation, that's partly where those funds come from.
Yeah, so big shout out to Lou Martinez from Florida Gold Coast, Maryland, and Easy. I wasn't gonna say Easy because he always make fun of me when I
say his name.
Easy.
Okay. Their names and that. Their names and information is actually on the fact sheet on the bottom. If you have any questions, you can shoot them a text. They're very quick to respond. Any questions you may have regarding the Golden Glove.
Don't bother them too much with the texting and stuff.
Why is the Golden Glove such an important tournament? This is where you hear, I am first in the nation, second in the nation. This is one of the pathway to go to nationals, so that way you can have that ranking. The venue, I'm just gonna use this as my guideline. It's Fort Lauderdale, expensive, book early. It's 2 weeks away. I don't really think that's early, but it's better than booking the day before or the week before. So if you have not done that, you better jump on that. Book with other boxers and split the costs. I just put some notes there.
Yeah, and it's expensive. It's expensive. You try to do it on your own, man. Fortunately, we have a big team, and we actually travel as a team. So we get Airbnb, and we kind of split the rates. And
the dates, that goes together with the venue. The date is actually spring break weekend, or spring break week for us in Orange and Seminole County. So if it's spring break week for us up here, I'm thinking that a lot of the Florida schools are also on spring break, which puts accommodations, it's gonna be more expensive and they might be filled. So you just please hop on that ASAP. Admission. One of the things about admission, we're using this as a guideline. No online ticket sales. I've seen it where when you get there and you're going in the venue, you can get a discount by paying for multiple days. What's important, huge, fighters will have access to all event days, even if they are not scheduled to compete. So if you have registered for this tournament, you're boxing just on Sunday, or you're boxing Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you don't just know that because you registered and you are actually competing, you have access to all those days. That's really big. This is new for males. One of the rules, you must be clean shaven at the weigh-ins in order to advance to national tournament, no exception. So you're an elite, between 18 and 41, clean shaven in order to move on.
Hold on, I thought that was
That's new.
That must have been new because they just made not too many couple years ago they made it where you could box with your beard.
It actually says new. New USA Boxing approved open face headgear will also be required in all regional levels in elite open class bouts leading to nationals. So basically what that's saying, if you're an elite, yours have to be open face. And of course, proof, not just title or sting. It has to be competition approved. There's a label that's on the side of the headgear. If you need headgears that are approved, we do carry sting. So anything last minute, we can even bring it to the show for you.
Yes, just reach out to us. We'll bring out, we got headgears, we got gloves, we got hand wraps, we got gauze and tape as well too. So if anybody need that, just let us know. We'll bring some of the equipment to the event.
Boxers, masters must use USA Boxing approved masters headgear. Your headgear has to say masters on it. So just keep that in mind. Mouth guards, at one point they used to specify colors. Now any color is acceptable.
You need to have two mouthpieces and stuff, man. You have two mouthpieces, so you have to have one just in case your mouthpiece get knocked out of your mouth. It flies in the audience, in the crowd, and they can't find it. So you have to have another mouthpiece on hand, ready to go.
That means molded prior, okay? Great advice because we've seen it happen. When you do this year after year, everything we've seen where other fighters had to use other people's mouth guard. Hey,
that's disgusting.
Hey, trunks and contrasting color on the waist. Trunks, basically, you can wear whatever color trunks and tops you want, but it is always best where you are red corner and then you have another outfit for the blue corner. Headgear, that's fine, but when these officials are doing match after match after a while, it's hard to identify which corner is which corner. Yes, I get it. They have the gloves on.
Yeah.
But it's just better if you have an outfit that matches the corner that you're in.
Yeah, just imagine you two, let's say just two black people fighting, and they have black outfits on, and only difference is they have red and blue and blue gloves. And I saw that. The official would make it hard. It would be hard for the officials to judge and score. So you could help partner, and so anyway,
males, groin guard, groin protection. All right, males, all males need that. Again, we do have that on hand. We don't have any females, but for this competition,
in the next coming year,
groin, for them, they must provide a signed declaration of non-pregnancy. Coaches, important. Day shows, what happens is a lot of day shows now, they only allow 2 coaches to actually get discounted tickets. And once those 2 coaches for that specific gym have paid, if there's a 3rd or a 4th coach, they have to pay regular admission prices. In here, it doesn't matter how much coaches register. So if we have 4 coaches, you all can register online and pay the $15. But when they're actually competing, there's only 2 coaches allowed in the corner.
2 coaches allowed.
All right, advancement. So open, elite, females and males will advance to the National Golden Glove Tournament in May. But this is how that works. You must have at least 10 bouts. Walkovers are not considered competition. So if you have 10 bouts or in your book,
Yeah.
and 2 of them are you won 2 of them by walkover, you really only have 8 fights. But what the coach can do for you is, if you're really national material, there is an exception letter that you will see as part of the registration process. When that opens up, the coach can actually write on your behalf how good you are, how disciplined you are, and how they think you will do. Like, if they think you can win this, they can say, hey, he's an awesome fighter, give him the opportunity. And they will consider that, and that will be a way into the nationals.
That's easy for a coach to determine if his fighter have the credentials to actually compete at a national level, man.
The only thing, though, I don't know if the organizers for the Florida Golden Gloves will actually pay for it. For it.
So if you advance into nationals by a walkover of the tournament, you may not get funded for the.
You got it.
That.
Yeah.
But you still be part of the Florida team. And getting the cool jackets and tracksuits, I think.
All
They
right.
may have to pay for that too.
And deadlines. Tomorrow is the deadline to actually register to be a part of the Golden Glove. The weights. The other day, a coach said something to me about, I just sent his name in and I put him at 135. But the weight that he said, that's not what the weight categories are. You can't just, there's specific weights for specific age groups. That is actually listed.
And don't ask me about the weight classes. There are way too many weight classes. I only know the weights of my fighters. I don't know the order of weight classes that there are.
So
there's a lot.
When you're registering on the same USA Boxing, not USA Boxing, the Golden Glove website, it actually has there's a little link on the opening page. It says helpful hints link. And under there, it has the weight classes. So it shows you what, like you're this age, what weights you can send in. And it's also listed on page 51 of the Appendix F of the USA Boxing Rule Book. That's where you can get the table that shows the specific weights.
And you get all that under the www.floridagolden.org.
All right, we'll put the link there. We're just 2 weeks away. Deadline to register is tomorrow, but deadline to change the weight is on the 14th. So they get a week, all right, to actually change that weight. If you see that you're
eating too much and you're fat and you're not disciplined enough to make the weight, go up a weight class.
Right. And then it's 5 p.m. the deadline. So to register, March 7th, 5 p.m., no exception. And to the weight change is March 14th at 5 p.m., no exceptions. The numbers the people you can get in contact with, there is, on that fact sheet, there are 3 different persons. You can text them, I guess, with the information. Let's keep going. Books. Passbooks. Boxers and coaches must have an updated book. You may think your book is updated because you have been going, so your physicals have to be updated, your birth certificate has to be uploaded and verified. It has to have a V by your birth certificate. The reason I'm specifically saying this about
coaches, right?
No, for boxers. The coaches, as long as your safe sport is done.
And if you I would usually if you're not able to print out
you have to.
If you're not able to print it out, that means something is wrong with your membership status.
What do you mean? You can still print it out.
No, they won't let you print out the membership stuff.
You can.
Because nothing is never wrong with ours, but
no.
There are times that if it's
but
not verified, you won't be able to print out the membership form or the member's ID.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because
I've never seen you even try to print anybody's out. So what are you talking about?
Because
somebody could, but you could easily say you might not know.
That's when I used to do my stuff myself.
No, Dorian, there's no such thing. You can always print out that membership little profile.
No, not unless.
What about if you just take a picture of, screenshot it?
You can't print out.
What about if you screenshot it?
Nah, I don't think so. But if you see it, huh?
I just did it.
But yeah, because it's updated.
Anyway, the V has to be by the birth certificate. Your physical has to be updated. All of that must be done because they don't even look at physicals that you bring anymore. It must be verified through USA Boxing. So if you bring it with you and it's not verified online, I think that is not gonna work. Deadline passbook. A coach is not just a coach by showing up to practices. They need to have their book. And again, the picture inside, you might think it's not a big deal to print out that profile thing, that little
picture.
I don't even know what they call it. But when you get your book, it's required to go inside the inside cover of the book. You have to have it printed. I've seen where people have not had it and they're looking around for UPS at 7 o'clock in the morning. It's not gonna work. It becomes like a nightmare.
So print out all your paperwork before you go to the events.
If you have any questions, you can also hit us up in the commentary.
In the comments. I thought you said call us.
No, don't call us.
I'm not talking to nobody.
Weight class. I already talked about it. It's on the homepage under how to register. And it's also on page 51, Appendix F of the USA Boxing Rulebook. The length of the rounds, you will know how long if it's a qualifying round for actual going on, it has to be 3 minutes, 3 rounds.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's talk about that. 1 year, remember?
No.
1 year I'm going to talk about. You remember with Kirk, they had to redo it.
Oh yeah.
It was actually.
You may not want to talk about that online.
Okay, but let's just say over the 10 years we have seen a lot of things. So if you are an elite male and this is a fight that should be a gateway to nationals, you should actually be boxing 3 minutes, 3 rounds. And then, and that's also listed. So if you're a bantam weight or whatever weight class you're in, on that Appendix F, page 51 of the USA Boxing Rulebook, you will see how short they can make a round and how long the maximum round should be. I've seen them.
I kind of know what it is, but I'm not gonna say because I might get it wrong.
But they do sometimes shorten it for time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not qualifying.
Yeah.
All right. And then that's pretty much it. Wait. Again, the website, www.floridagolden.gloves.org. It's so comprehensive. I wanted to run through the fact sheet just to add some personalized information to it. We've been doing this over 10 years. And just having the sheet alone, it's helpful, but sometimes there are things you don't even know that you needed to ask or you needed to research beforehand.
Did you bring some? We mentioned some of the personal stuff that the fighters need? Like if someone, you could bring an extra scale, stuff like that.
So on the bottom in the description, for our members, I have a list of day shows and what you should bring if you're
tell
tournament.
Some of the people and
I also have it if you're the coach. So basically for a tournament, for a fighter, they need to have their passbook. They need to have tape and gauze, 2 to 3 sets. So that means when I say 2 to 3 sets, we make up 2 tapes, 2 rolls of gauze. That's 1 set. We usually sell it $10 to $15.
$15. Price that went up.
Oh yeah, that's because we're doing Sting now.
It's expensive. Everything's expensive.
So $15. That's what I mean by one set. One set will wrap your hands for one event. But sometimes if you're fighting multiple days, you're gonna make sure that you want a maximum. Imagine you're fighting Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So 3 sets max. The best thing to do in the long run is actually buy yourself a box of gauze and a box of tape. We also have that. We also have the packets, but make sure you have your gauze and tape. Or you can just wrap your hands with regular wraps, right?
Yes, and if you guys, if $15 is too much for you guys to buy tape and gauze, I mean,
regular
that's
wrap.
a big discount we're giving it to you guys for. You could always use regular wraps. And when you use regular wraps, I mean, you just have to have one roll of tape, one go around the tape, one time around the wrist area.
So that they could initial it.
Yeah, so the official sign it.
All right. Headgear, I put red and blue, but it doesn't have to be red and blue. Just the most important thing about the headgear is that it is competition approved. And get your own. This is the thing I've seen with headgears. When they borrow each other's, your head is different than my head. I have a lot of hair. So when it doesn't fit right. You know, I see them adjusting and all kind of stuff to
make sure the headgear is securely fitted over your head where every time you get hit, when you get hit, you're not readjusting it, because that just clarifies to the judges and
that you got hit.
That you got hit. So you don't have to fix your headgear every time. Boom, you lost the round.
Again, we talked about the uniform.
Hey, can we go back on the gauze and tape?
Yeah, let's talk about
the gauze and tape. I mean, we sell it for $15, and right now I think like some of the fighters think they're like, it's not privileged, but they're thinking it's a lot. We selling that for $15. Yet at the same time, they're not taking into consideration that the coach have to spend so much time to wrap their hands. It's almost like they want the free gauze and free tape and free of wrapping the hand. They just feel like they're privileged and all that should be given to them. It's not. If you want that, buy your own gauze. If you don't want to buy the gauze from us, buy your own gauze, buy your own tape, and bring it to the fights, and I'll wrap your hands for you. But I'm not gonna buy tape and then spend time wrapping your hands. Plus, I have like 6-7 fighters. That's about 14 hands I'm wrapping. It's a lot. So help me out. Either bring your own wraps or purchase a roll of tapes for $15. These work. Lysol, camera action.
Again, we already spoke about the uniforms. It's best to have a red outfit and a blue outfit. Going down, mouth guards, 2. Bring 2. Make sure the other one is also molded. Groin guard, boxing shoes. Here's another thing. When you're at a tournament, sometimes you may need to actually run. You may need to actually work out. You might have opportunities to spar at a local gym. Don't just make sure you have your regular sneakers and make sure you have regular gloves. Bring your regular gloves. You don't normally bring it at a day show, but it's really important that you bring it with you at a tournament. And not just your slides. Bring your regular sneakers along with your boxing sneakers. Yeah.
And you should always have an extra set of gloves as well too, because some of the events, they usually have workouts area where they put up bags and you could go and hit the bag, or just, you don't want to be sitting around for 3-4 days doing nothing. So
jump rope I just put in there. Boxing
jump rope is one of the most necessary things that you need as far as your training tools, because you could jump rope and to lose weight, you could jump rope to stay in shape, you could use the jump rope for anything you want. So
then I put Lysol, deodorant, hand sanitizer.
Oh, deodorant is a must too. You guys don't come to the tournament smelling.
Weight cutting clothes, hoodies, sweats, 3 trash bags. With the Airbnb, sometimes they'll just leave 4. So if you're using that as your weight cutting, it's just bring 3 trash bags, bring hoodie, bring clothes to sweat in and cut weight. Yeah. You shouldn't be really cutting weight. It should be, you should be always one workout away. So I'm not saying that you're cutting pounds. You just had breakfast, and you're going back to your norm. This is not no serious losing 2 pounds.
Yeah.
That's a whole different conversation. And I said, white hand towel. Over the years, we've provided a lot of towels to people. We're supposed to have a white towel in the corner.
Does it have to be white? Who said white?
I think it says it in the rule book.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
I never know that one.
But we sell them now, and you can just bring your own and just hand it to coach.
Yeah, no, I expect me to use my towel to wipe your bloody nose if you're bleeding or whatever it is. Just bring your own towel.
Because
what's the point?
It does, because I want them to be in charge of that, because we've thrown out a lot of towels, because once it has blood on it, I'm not bringing it, I just throw it away. And I should not be, it's just wasteful. I don't need to be doing that. You can have your own. That's for the tournament, that's for the boxers. But I have a little thing too for the coaches. Not only we have to bring our passbook. I would bring tape and gauze, just extra, because people are always asking us. I'm gonna finish. You're looking at the time?
No, I'm looking at you.
Oh, don't be admiring me on camera.
Hey, cut it out.
Oh, come on. Tape and gauze. Other coaches are always asking. People have helped us out, so we just want to make sure that we have something extra. Mouth guard, we usually have a large and a small for the big mouth and the little weights. Just extra. Coach needs to bring his mitts. Regular wrap, again, we have a small one and the long one for the adult. It's just extra, just in case. Scale is so important. Right now, we have bought maybe every time.
About 6 scales hanging around. Right now, I can see 3 of them in my side.
Because when you go to tournaments, you do not want, and you don't want to you want to make sure that you're bringing the scale that you have at the gym or you have at home that your body is used to. You don't want to, buying it is fine, but at the same time, I just bring the scale that you've been using. And it's better than you not knowing how many ounces you are away, and you have to go to early weigh-ins. And sometimes I've seen where their scale is really light or really heavy.
Yeah, sometimes it's usually not calibrated. Sometimes I don't know. It's usually give or take.
Yeah, but it's nice to know where you are.
Yeah, on your scale. Yeah.
On your scale, and that means. Again, you see how he just said sometimes it's not calibrated? It's just because you are registered at 75 pounds, be careful. It's good to actually be a little bit under.
Yeah.
Do not trust that 75 or whatever weight you are. It's always best to be a little bit under. I think that's pretty much it. Again, I have our bucket. We bought a few buckets. And now I have a cool one that I got from Amazon that you just...
I've seen a lot of people
copying
now. They have the same thing.
I probably copied them.
No, they copy us.
But anyway, if you have any additional questions, tons of resource right there on the website, as well as you can hit us up in the comment, and we've lived it. That's it.
And again, this is a very important tournament, and we're just doing this just to help everybody out. I mean, you guys could reach out to the people that are throwing the tournament, but this is all basic stuff everybody should know. So we're just going over it real quick, just to give you guys some insight.
I am very good with their website. Sometimes questions can be answered by just some navigation help with the website instead of going to them directly. But of course, they are there, and their phone number is listed on the fact sheet if you do need to get in touch with them. Hope this helps. I hope I wish you guys the best of luck. For us, it becomes a time to really see who is putting in work. We might be paired with people, other gyms that we love. 1 minute, I love the way tournaments are. 1 minute, we're cornering someone that it like
Hopping
we're
out in the corner the next minute, next fight we're fighting
each other. But coaches need to know that this should be, it's a lot of growth, because they might be, oh, we got to talk about that on a different.
I've learned over the years not to be so emotionally with my fighters, whether they win or lose. It's like, yeah, because, yeah, I take nothing personal. I mean, at the end of the day, the judges got to score the fight, and if you don't go away, it's easy work.
You're going to see each other again, and just show up, and there's always something that you could be working on to make if it was
close of a fight.
That's it. All right.
But anyway, guys, Elite Boxing Fitness Center located in Oviedo, Florida.
Thanks for hanging out.